Good morning, everybody. We are back at the Delbert Day Center for another round of radiation treatment. And yesterday was Jerry's birthday, and we didn't get a chance to celebrate it in fashion. Tonight, Mom has plans to take Jerry out. We're all going basically out, but Mom said she'll pay for it, to go to Colton Steakhouse for Jerry's birthday dinner. I need to slow down. I'm talking too fast. I have to correct myself. Yesterday I said that she'll be able to use her walker. Well, here's the thing. Technically, right now, she cannot use the walker outside of the house until she gets the physical therapist out here to check her ability or stamina, or however you want to put it. I mean, she has been using the walker in the house, but to get her to her doctor's appointment and whatnot, the wheelchair was in the car. They're in the Delbert Day Center doing the radiation treatment now. She has to use her wheelchair just to go in and out of public areas. Jerry will hopefully have a more detailed video later. I'm very apologetic that because of my excitement and whatnot, I jumped the gun yesterday and put out a video on what I thought I knew. And my dad's words come to my head so quickly when I do that. My dad used to say, yeah, thought shit himself. That's my dad for you. He had some very interesting sayings. But yeah, I jumped the gun yesterday just because of my excitement and joy of her being able to use her walker for limited distance. In other words, she can get around the house with the walker, but outside of the house, it's got to be a wheelchair. Until the therapist clears her to walk with the walker, as long as she is strong enough or have enough stamina. I hope that's going to be the case. The reason why I'm saying that is I'm hoping that the physical therapist says that she can walk with the walker in the house, but for any extended walking periods or distance, they would prefer her to use her wheelchair, which will be great because the wheelchair has limitations in the house because the doors are not wide enough for her to get the wheelchair through most of the doors in the house except for the front door, which makes it a royal pain in the butt to get her in and out of the house. So that's what's going on right now. Like I said, later on this evening, we're going to take her out to Colton's for dinner. Thank you, Mom. When we get home from this appointment, I don't know if Sharon's going to help me or not, but I'm going to make a keto-friendly birthday cake. Sharon actually brought candles for the cake. We have keto cake mix and keto-friendly icing. I know several of my family members, in-laws, who was on the keto diet and decided to go off the keto diet because it was causing them issues. I personally think even with the keto, everything in moderation. That way you can have your cake and eat it too, so to speak. But I'm going to take the strawberries that I have and make them into a jam. I'm basically going to take sugar-free strawberry jam or preserves and cook them in a pot and throw the strawberries in the pot so they congeal and make a glazing. So it's going to be keto white cake with icing, the strawberries, another layer of keto cake with icing, and if I have any strawberries left over, to just put them in certain spots on the cake. Be honest with you, it would be my first time making a double layer type cake. Usually I do one layer and that's good enough for me because I don't want to mess it up. That's probably when Sharon's going to come into play to help me put the second layer on top to finish off the double layer cake. I guess when they're done, they'll page me because that's what they did yesterday. But I think between getting the good news yesterday where she can start walking was good. The excuse me for my phone and moving around. I don't want to put my phone on my steering wheel like I did yesterday because the sun is literally glaring on top of the steering wheel and I don't want to overheat my phone. But we woke up this morning still kind of, we were still feeling the joy of the news, but because it was a long day between running to St. Louis, having her appointment, picking up her bestie Sharon, driving back to Rolla, getting to her Rolla appointment for radiation therapy a little late, nearly an hour later than we thought it was. Thankfully, the people here at Delbert Day Center said, "No, just come on in. We'll take you as soon as you get here." So that's what we did. And went home. Jerry Ann and Sharon hung out for a while I did some cleaning and some picking up and some doing my video in the whole 9 yards. I read a couple comments from yesterday. People complaining about me not wearing my dentures. Well, the reason why I don't wear my dentures is because when I originally got them back in New York, I still had a number of my back molars. Those have since cracked and broken, and I need to set up that dental appointment as soon as I find out what dentist I can use, and get everything fixed and hopefully get new dentures, both top and bottom this time, because last time around I still had all my bottom teeth. I've lost these bottom teeth in the last 5 to 8 years, since moving to Missouri. And because my insurance back then did not cover the full dental, okay, that was just a different alert. I couldn't afford to get dental work done. The one time I had to get dental work done because it was an emergency, we could not afford the gas, because a lot of times Novocaine, when you shoot me up with Novocaine, it either A, does not work, or B, as soon as the pain starts shooting through my body, the Novocaine wears off really quickly. And that's what I had to endure a lot of severe pain just for that emergency dental work, and that still cost me $550 out of pocket. It would have been closer to $1,000 if we used the gas. So yeah, I had no choice back then. But that's why I don't wear my dentures, is because of the fact that they don't fit well. They come off or out too easily depending on what I'm chewing. That and the back area, which using all the glues and whatnot from Dentonite or something like that, and a few others. As soon as I went to go chew, the back plate would come unstuck, and I would get food particles, or even worse, lettuce. Lettuce on the black inside the back plate did two things. One, it almost caused me to choke several times. But anyhow, I will get back to this when I'm done. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning, the 15th, and I just got done combing this hair, but it doesn't like staying combed. And I do not put hair gel or anything like that in my hair, because it just causes more problems than it's worth. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do gel or anything like that just because of the issues. Of course, I have a fan on next to me so I can get a cool breeze. So this is my natural. This is as best I can get grooming wise for just around the house. Excuse me. I came out of nowhere. Just for around the house, and working with out indoor, outdoor, because I've got stuff that I got to put out in my shed. The Christmas tree is down. We took it down the day before Sharon got here. Was that Monday or Tuesday, something like that? Probably Tuesday, because Monday was very busy. Monday was kind of a busy day where it was just like, okay. But it's not why I got on here to talk. Actually, I did not do a video yesterday, and I will explain why. I did a short 14-minute video outside of the Delbert Day Center yesterday, and between all the her appointment, trying to get things done around the house, going out for her belated one day after her birthday, to have birthday dinner at Colton's. It was a good day. I mean, it was a good day, but it was very busy. So by the time I got the chance to sit down in here to do a vlog, my brain was already shutting down at 8:30 at night, because it's like, dude, it's past your normal time of going to bed. Even though the last couple nights, because of Sharon, you haven't gone to bed at a regular hour. So I'm like, and I was just like, forget it. I can't connect the dots. I can't think. My brain just was not working at 8:30 at night. It was ready to go to sleep, not try to do a video or concentrate on any one particular subject. I ended up having to create my wife gave me her old headband, because her niece sent her a new eye mask that plays via Bluetooth music or whatever in her ears, and covers her eyes at the same time, which is kind of good, because if we want to sleep past 8 o'clock in the morning, it is best to have eye masks on, because the morning sun is a little bright in our room, because we don't have blackout shades, which I think is one of the reasons why that room is warm all the time. I've noticed since I put these blackout shades, it's not as unbearable in here as it was before then. But everything's going good. Everything's going good for the most part, except for, excuse me, I see a hair sticking up in the back. Fan blew it. I feel like one of those 80s kids where every 5 minutes they gotta brush their hair or comb their hair. But I don't want to say I'm getting stressed out. I think it's kind of a relief in some ways. But ever since Diane's live, my mom has been on a, not a rampage, but she's keeping herself under control, but she's keeping herself busy with putting in her 2 cents, starting to make a list of things that she wants to deal with on our Saturday Night Live. No, we're not going to be Saturday Night Live. We are doing a live chat on Saturday night, but we're not going to be Saturday Night Live. Yes, we are. Not just the crazy, you know what? It is going to be what it is. I just have to sit down tonight during dinner to hash it out, because I know Mom has a lot of questions or a lot of things that she wants to get out, and I know Jerry Ann is going to want to say her 2 cents. I'm going to maybe answer questions or say my 2 cents. The one person I'm more worried about than Mom or Jerry or myself is our bestie Sharon, because to put it politely, and this is not trying to make fun of any culture or any nationality or anything like that, but she is, or even people who are short. I just realized it. She is a 4 foot something Spitfire from New York who is of Puerto Rican descent. So right there, just being not making fun of Puerto Ricans, but between being Puerto Rican and from New York, and I've seen how a lot of Puerto Rican women can be when they get upset, and yeah, that's going to be the part that I'm more concerned about than anything else. But knowing my wife and her connection with Sharon, they may keep each other in check. I'm not going to tell you much more about Sharon. That's up to Sharon to talk about. I do know her background. I do know what she does for a living. I do know her, well, I knew her 2 kids before she moved to Florida. And they're all grown up. But I'm just like, oof, because somebody said something about poking the bear, and they were talking about Diane. I'm like, no, we're not going to talk about Diane being poked. It was my mother that got poked, and let's just say Mama Bear is awake, and Mama Bear ain't putting up with nobody's shit. You can already see that in my channel, on comments on my channel, as well as maybe some of the comments on Diane's channel, unless Diane removed them. But let's just get to one thing that was, somebody made a comment on one of Diane's videos. I don't know if it was a live video or not, but basically they were saying that there's four liens. Yeah, 4 liens against this house. Well, Mama being Mama, she called the county clerk in the county courthouse, and they said there's no liens, on your house in your name. Now there's 2 people using Sally Henson with a middle initial that's not correct, to say that there's liens on the house. And, well, according to the county clerk, there is no liens. There's nothing in my mom's name or any of our names that shows a lien against this house. So whoever put that out there needs to go check themselves. Same with the whole thing about the 2008 narcotics arrest in a different county, Polk County, I think it was. That's the wrong. If that was a James D. Henson, it was not me, because I was in New York. Sharon can contest to that. My wife can contest to that. If Lisa gets on there, she can contest to that, even though she was in Texas at the time. I would love it if my sister-in-law Alicia would get on there and contest to that. I highly doubt my brother-in-law gets onto YouTube, period. So maybe a couple of Alicia's, maybe Alicia's one son he has his own YouTube, and he does video game commentaries or whatnot. He does commentaries on a lot of different subjects that he's interested in, which is great. But I'm sitting there going, well, the so-called piece of evidence that Josie put on there, that's a laughable piece of information, because it shows, James D. Henson in bold letters, and then it shows a little video. It's not even a video, it's a picture of nighttime activity with a cop car and another car pulled over, and it's got a voice layover of supposedly radio communication between dispatcher and police officer, but you don't hear that. You can barely understand it. I've had to slow the video down. I've had to amplify the sound, background sound, which is the police chatter. I didn't hear nobody's name. You know, that in fact of the vehicle they showed, if I was in Missouri at the time, would not have been a car. It would have been either my mom's SUV or my minivan. It was neither. You know, it was neither. But I'm gonna say one thing real quick, and I'm gonna name names, especially the one that's really starting to irritate the crud out of me. Coco Bear. You wouldn't know the truth of my family if it hit you in the back of the head. And that's not me threatening you. That's just a phrase or a saying. But it's true. You wouldn't know the truth around this family without it being, something that came at you. The truth, that's what we got here in this house. There's no lies. You want to call us liars? Well, I'm going to have to say this. He who spoke the first lie, Coco Bear, is the liar. Do you want to consider me a liar? That's fine and dandy. You're the liar too. Because it takes one to know one. That's one of my dad's favorite ones. But I know I'm not lying. If you don't want to believe me, that's tough. That's your problem. That's just tough. You need to go somewhere else where people are too lazy to go research the truth. And I'm getting tired of people trying to come at me with stuff that I know is wrong. And some of it, like the liens against the house, we busted that lie wide open. I'm trying to look for information on Polk County in their public records, which around here in the Midwest, a lot of police reports, like that kind of information usually goes on a police blotter in the local newspaper. I haven't seen my name come up in a local blotter in any of the police reports in the county surrounding me. Polk County is one of them that's just like one or two county or two over. Most small towns like Rolla, St. James, Cuba, even Sullivan, all the way over to going that direction, all the way up to St. Roberts and Fort Leonard Wood. Most police departments have a public record that people can go in there and look at the basic public record. They might not be able to see the whole shebang of court procedures or anything like that, but you will see a police report where they will give you a location and sometimes a name and what happened. Of course, a lot of things around here are kind of laughable because it's like, I'm not going to give any names out, but I read a couple months ago about a police officer who got a 911 call to come out and help an elderly woman because she was having troubles. Her cat got out of the house and climbed a tree. So she needed somebody to help her get the cat out of the tree. It's goofy little things like that I read and go, yeah, well, it's kind of what the police department and fire department are there for, but 911 was not a necessary usage, but a lot of times in small towns like Rolla, until the college kids are in town, we don't have a lot of, instances. Once in a while we have a house fire or very rarely do we have any problems with like criminal actions. Like, the worst I think I've heard in the last 2 or 3 years was gentleman got mad because the repair shop, one of these, mom and pop type repair shops, they repaired his car, but it was still having problems, and he got all pissy about the bill. And later on that evening, he came back and started shooting shooting everybody in sight around the shop. Just up about a 3.5 to 2 minute drive, and it was a big old hullabaloo because the police were still searching for him. They found the weapon of choice, which was an old Winchester pump. The old Western style rifles, with the cocking mechanism being part of your hand. Um, and it was like 4 hours later they found them hiding in a storm drain. Yeah, he got into one of the. It wasn't really a storm drain. It was one of the creeks that we have that run through town. And if it's in a position where people have to drive over to get somewhere, there's that big old cement tube or something like that to hold up the road and let the water pass through. You know, that was several years. That was like 3 or 4 years ago. That's the worst we've had in a long time. But I've been seeing a lot of comments on my channel. My mom has been very active on making comments or answering comments or doing comments on my channel. She said she's done a couple on Diane's channel, but have not received any feedback that she knows of. I think I have to kind of go in there and teach her how to use YouTube. I even suggested her start using her YouTube channel to put her own videos out there, but she's not going to do that because she doesn't like her face on camera. She doesn't like people taking her pictures. She doesn't like having her picture done. She's actually, the only reason why she's actually willing to do a live session is because she's gotten so worked up. I wouldn't just say worked up, that she's wanting to do it. She's the one who's like, let's do a live session. And I was like, okay, let's see if Jerry and Sharon want to join in with the two of us, and we'll set up a camera, and we'll all have our tablets or devices to look at the comments from the live session so we can answer them. I will probably have Jerry in as a moderator, but I will tell her, do not just remove comments unless they're non-necessary. Like every so often we get a group of nutcases that are trying to like advertise websites that are adult websites, and I'm like, you can remove those automatically. In fact, that's what I've been doing. I have my system set up where if it's a website or looks like a advertisement or a jump off, like you click on it and you can go to a different website, I have my system to put it off into the I have to look at it and okay it. So if your comment disappears from the main comment section, try to drop me a line. I will go over and look to see if it's in the to be viewed or the non-publicated part. And if it does not have a web jump off point or advertisement or something like that, I will try to put it back into the regular comment section. The reason why I set it up this way is to basically prevent people from foreign countries with foreign language trying to get people to go to an adult website, which I don't promote that stuff. I will promote anything and everything that's of a wholesome nature, but I will not allow the advertisement of a website for adult websites or legal substances or anything like that, because I don't deal with that stuff. But right now I'm home with just me and Mom. I've had to go over there and try to fix a computer, and something's wrong with it. I think Jerry has to do it because I don't know how to do it, is jump on our internet router and clear her printer for usage, because we've had numerous people trying to use our jump boxes, our router, our because of the way our house is with the brick and whatnot, we have to get these devices and put them throughout the house so the main router can connect to all these little devices to expand our network. And in doing so, in the beginning, people would use our jumpers. Sounds really weird. I don't know what to call them, our network, basically. Let's just call it our network, to use the internet. And I'm like, that's why my internet gets bogged down too much. So we set up security codes and whatnot so people can't just, oh yeah, let's jump on, oh, wait a minute, they've got codes now. So yeah, I'm doing that because I just don't need people bogging down my internet for my usage. I'm sorry, I keep on playing with this fidget thingy and watching it. So that's why I'm looking off towards my left. It actually helps my mind keep focused, unlike last night. But I'm going to attach yesterday's car vlog separately than this, because Jerry had suggested trying to keep my vlogs to a 30-minute, 20 to 30-minute timeline. One, because not a lot of people want to watch or listen to an hour-long video, and two, it just makes it quicker to download. So don't be surprised if today, especially today, there is 2 different videos, one from yesterday, one from today. But Jerry Ann is probably done with her radiation session today, her radiation therapy. But Jerry wanted to spend time out of the house with Sharon, and I was like, as long as Sharon can handle getting the wheelchair out of the van, or go inside the building and get a bariatric wheelchair or some sort of wheelchair and maybe assistance from inside. Otherwise, I was willing to go and help them out, even though I was kind of like, I will go, I just don't want to, because excuse me, my nose is itchy. I wanted to do some stuff inside the house by myself without having to worry about Jerry or Sharon. So that's what's going on today. I will stop here, and then tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Saturday. So Saturday morning, I will try to do a section in the Viking handbook, and we're going to, because I messed up. In fact, you guys can tell me, did I do a section from the Viking handbook called Games and Sports? If I did, please let me know so I don't reread that, because if I did, we can go straight into the epic poetry. If I did not, I want to talk to you or tell you about how their sports and games came about, and actually in some of those games and sports evolved into something that we still use today, like skiing and checkers and their version of a type of chess game. So in essence, the Norsemen or Vikings started a lot of different sports and games that we still carry on today. It's just the equipment is a little bit different, and the pieces for chess are a little bit different. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a good day. I hope your weekend starts well, and it's a fun weekend. So until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oops. I jumped the gun. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments on this video, go ahead and put them in there. I'm pretty sure if you mention my mom or anything like that, she'll jump on there and put her own comment in. But yeah, you can put comments in towards me, towards mom. If you have comments for Jerry, take them to Jerry. I cannot answer Jerry's questions, and Jerry doesn't come onto my channel to answer the questions about herself, even though I would like her to, but she just doesn't want to, or I don't know what her reason is. I'm pretty sure it's legit. Most of her reasons are legit. But if you're new to our channel, or my channel. I keep on saying our channel. We don't have a channel together yet. I would love to, but I don't know. I have to talk to Jerry about that. But if you like the vlog, and you want to be a member of my channel, this channel, you can hit the subscribe button. Once you do, there's a little bell. You click on that bell, and YouTube will let you know when I put in my next video. So until then, you guys have a good weekend. Bye.